Welcome to our parent session for Schoology and other technology in St. Johns County School District. We are happy to have you here. I am Dr. Diane Lawson, and I am here with some amazing people.
Hello, everybody. I'm Allison Burball. I'm one of the Applied Technology Specialists for St. Johns County School District.
Hi, I'm Amelia Zukowski. I'm the Program Specialist for Instructional Media.
And hi, my name is Kim Dixon. I work here with a great team in Instructional Resources and Media Services.
Tonight, we're going to be talking about Schoology, Office 365, and other resources to help you support your child. If you have questions throughout this session, you can scan the QR code on the screen and fill out the form with the Schoology or Microsoft question you have. Please do not put any specifics about your child or the specific school. We do not have specific information and we will not be able to answer those questions. This QR code can be scanned using the camera feature on your phone. It will then populate a link. Click on that link and it will take you to the form where you can submit questions you may have during this session. You can also type in the web address provided on the screen to access this form. That web address is bit.ly/sjcsdparent. All lowercase, and please note that that web address is case sensitive. We will have this QR code on the slides as we go through our presentation.
We are going to begin by discussing Schoology. Schoology is our learning management system. Schoology can be accessed on any device that is connected to the internet. You can think of Schoology as a digital schoolhouse where students and families receive information about their school, including communication from teachers and staff. To find more information about Schoology, you'll want to visit the St. Johns County School District website at stjohns.k12.fl.us. On the top of our district website, you will see a tab at the top that says Families. You can click on this tab. On this page for families, there's various information for you. Click on the Schoology information for families. On this Schoology for Information page, you can see there's a link to our Media Services YouTube channel to access tonight's training session. I do want to remind you of the QR code at the bottom corner of each slide. This can be scanned using the camera feature on your phone. It will then populate a link. You can click on that link and it will take you to a form where you can submit questions you may have during this session.
Let's start by talking about what Schoology will look like for your child. The first thing you need to know is how your child will log into Schoology. Students use their Active Directory information. You will hear that phrase, Active Directory, many times tonight. What that means is the username and password provided to students by the district. You and your child may know this as their S number and password. One important thing to remember is when logging in, you want to use Chrome, Firefox, or Safari. You will have your best results using one of those browsers. Also, when students are trying to access Schoology, they will want to use a web browser, not the Schoology app. All resources from today will be posted on the Schoology for Families page on our St. Johns County School District website. When logging into Schoology, students will not go to Schoology.com. They will go to our district Schoology website, which is stjohnschools.schoology.com. To access this, students will go to the Schoology for Students icon on their school's homepage, or your child may be familiar with the Links for Students page. This is the page that has all the links students use for programs at their school. You can then click on the Schoology icon to access the student Schoology login. Remember, when accessing Schoology, it's always best to use Chrome, Firefox, or Safari. When students click the link, they will go to a new screen that says Microsoft. This can be confusing at first, but this is the correct location. Students will need their Active Directory information to log into Schoology. Remember, Active Directory is the username and password provided by the district. This is their S number and password. On that Microsoft page, the student will enter their S number as an email address with the @stjohns.k12.fl.us extension, and then click Next. They will then be taken to another screen where they will enter their S number and password, and then click Sign In. They will then be taken to Schoology to access their courses. When asked if you want to stay logged in, click No to avoid issues with logging in. This is especially important if there's more than one person using the computer or more than one Microsoft account being utilized on that computer, including a work or personal Microsoft account. To avoid login issues, always choose No here. The best way to log into Schoology from a mobile device, an iPad or tablet or phone, is to use either Chrome, Safari, or Firefox. We recommend you do not use the Schoology app because some features are not available with the app. Once your child logs in, they will see their course dashboard or recent activity. Here, they will see any courses they are assigned to. At the top of the screen, you can see all the tabs that they have access to: courses, groups, resources, grades. On the other side of the screen, they can see their calendar, messages, and notifications. The picture on the screen is an example of what your child will see. Here is an example of what they will see in their Schoology course. Each teacher will have a different look, but you can count on class updates once a week from kindergarten through 12th grade. This is just an example of what their page might look like. Now let's take a look at how you, as a family member, can support your child by signing up for a Schoology account. Parents or family members sign up and log into Schoology using a different website than students. Family members use Schoology.com. Remember, students use stjohnschools.schoology.com, but you as the family member will use Schoology.com. To sign up for a parent account, you will first need your parent access code. To get your parent access code, you will need to sign into your Home Access Center or HACC account and click on the Registration tab. Make sure you are signing in as you, the family member, not as your child. Once you're on that Registration tab, you will see the Schoology Parent Access Code in this Additional Information section. Student accounts will not show the parent access code. Only when a parent logs into their HACC account will they see the parent access code. If you do not have your own HACC account, you will need to see the front office at your child's school to make sure that you get one. Now that you have your parent access code, you will need to create your Schoology account. If you already have a Schoology account, you do not need to complete this step. You can find links to log in or to create the parent account on the Schoology for Families page through our district website, or you can log in and create the account at Schoology.com. If you need to create an account, you're going to go click on where it says Create an Account. If you do not currently have a Schoology account, the first time you log in, you will have to set up your account. you will go to the Sign Up tab at the top of the screen and click Parent. Here is where you're going to need that parent access code. Enter the parent access code and then click Continue. Then enter your information and click Register. Make sure that you write down your username and password when you create it, and keep it somewhere safe where you can access it if you forget that information. Or better yet, take a picture of your username and password on your cell phone or mobile device so you always have it with you. We at the St. Johns County School District do not have a way to retrieve your parent account information. The only way to retrieve it is to keep track of that information. Once you have an account, you will go to that Login tab at the top of the screen. Once you click that tab, you will see the sign in screen and you will enter your email and password and click Log In. Here you can see the parent view of Schoology. You can see course announcements and updates. This is where you can see communication from the teacher or school. You can see upcoming assignments. You, as a parent, can't see information posted by other students in a course or group, and other families can't see information posted by your child. It is important that parents and families utilize the parent view to protect other children's information as well as your own child's information. Remember, if you need to ask a question, scan that QR code in the bottom corner of each screen and submit that question through our Microsoft form, and we will get to those questions in just a couple of minutes. To see a calendar for your child's assignments or events in Schoology, you can click on the calendar icon in the top right corner of the screen. You can see on the calendar this one upcoming assignment for this student. To see communication from your child's school or your child's teacher, you will want to view the recent activities section of the Schoology parent page. You will find that by clicking on the St. Johns County School District icon in the top left corner and clicking on Recent Activity. To see your child's courses, you'll go to Course Dashboard. When experiencing issues with Schoology for yourself or your child, you will always want to start with your child's teacher or school. Sending a message to an administrative account will not get you the results you need. Those administrator accounts are unmonitored and you will not receive a response. Always start with your child's teacher for help with Schoology. Are there any questions? Allison and Amelia, do we have any questions in our form?
Yes, could you go over how our students get their Schoology password?
Yes, that's a great question. Your student will get their Active Directory password. Your child's Schoology password is the same as their Active Directory information. Their username is their S number and their password is assigned by the district. To get this information, your child's teacher has it and they can give it to your child. They will not be able to send it to you through email. So we cannot send passwords through email. So just be aware of that. You might want to send a note to the teacher or an email asking them how the best way for you to retrieve the student's password is, but they are unable to send it through email.
And then we have a couple of questions regarding that parent access code and how to get into Hack, if you could go over that one more time.
Sure. I'm going to go back a few slides here. So to get into Hack, you are going to first need to contact, if you don't have a parent account for Hack, you first have to contact the front office at your school, at your child's school, and they will help you to get set up with a parent home access center account. That is your Hack account, home access center. Once you have that information, you can log into the Hack account, which is where you can check grades and other information for your student. So it's important to have one of these accounts. And then when you're in your Hack account, this is just an example from one school, there's a registration tab on the top right. Within that registration page, you'll see additional information. It's in the center portion of that page, and then it'll have a Schoology parent access code. Now, let me remind you, if you sign in as your student, you will not find that parent access code. It is not in our student Hack accounts. It is only found in the parent Hack account.
And then there's one more question regarding where to find that sign up button on Schoology.com. Remember, Schoology.com is the website that parents use. On Schoology.com, there's a login button, and right next to that is register. Even if you do click on login, it will give you the option to register. Once you click register, it will then prompt you to select parent.
Yeah, so on the screen right now, this is what it looks like when you go to Schoology.com. Oh, apparently they've updated their site and it looks similar to this, but it is login, or does it say register, Allison? Okay, thank you. It now says register, but it still has the drop down where you can click on the parent. That's when you will be shown where to enter your access code. Were there any other questions in our form?
Dr. Lawson, this is Ms. Dixon, and I just do want to just share a little bit more insight regarding the parent registration on
Okay.
school. It's a brand new update. And so parents, if you are looking for the place to register for a new account, go ahead and click on that login button at the top of the page. Once you click on that button, you'll go to a login page that gives you more information. If you scroll to the center, there is a login or register button. Right in the center, you can register here. So please go ahead, click on login on Schoology.com, scroll to the center, and then you'll find the register button. Thank you.
I apologize, I am muted. I was muted. Let me go back. One more time, when I typed in Schoology.com, it took me to the Power School page. Schoology is now owned by Power School, and it asks you if you're looking to log into the Schoology app right here in this blue bar. If you do not have an account, you're going to click Register and then click Parent. And then it will ask you for that access code. If you already have an account, you're going to click Login right here, and it's going to ask you for your username and password, which is your email and whatever password you set up when you register. If you forget your password, you can go right here to the Forgot Password, but you must know the email that you used to sign up. Otherwise, we cannot retrieve that information for you. That should answer the questions in the form, and in YouTube, it looks like we have a couple people that had questions, but because they were unable to scan that QR code. And I think we addressed both of those, so I think we're good. Did we get any new questions in the last minute since we described that? If you need to create your hack account, remember, you're going to go to that school front office. Let me get back to where we were. One thing I forgot here is if you do have a second child, you can add your second child as long as you have that access code. When you're in your Schoology account, you'll see your name in the top right corner and you just click on the Add Child button. It'll then ask you for the child's code right there and click Use Code. To get your child's code, remember you have to go to your hack account. You will not find your child's code anywhere else except for your parent Home Access Center account. It is not in the child's Home Access Center account. It is only in the parent's Home Access Center account. So if you're not finding it, it is likely that you are signed in as your student and not as the parent. If you don't have a parent account, you will need to contact the front office at your child's school. Remember, if you do need further assistance, you can contact your child's teacher. Every school has a Schoology expert and a media specialist that is able to help. They are the Schoology experts at that school site. And if they need additional assistance, they will escalate issues to the district level as needed. So always start with your child's teacher. They will reach out to the Schoology expert at the school site, and then those people will reach out to the district level if more assistance is needed. If you message an administrative account on Schoology, you will not get a response. Those accounts are not monitored. So just please remember that.
All right, we are now going to transition into talking about Microsoft or Office 365. Every St. Johns County student has access to Microsoft 365 apps, such as Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Your child can get to Office 365 by going to office.com or from their school's homepage. Click on Office 365 or use the links for Students page and click on the Office 365 icon. Office 365 saves you time by putting all of your frequently used Microsoft apps in one place. OneDrive, which is Microsoft's cloud-based system, is accessible on any device that's connected to the internet, and this allows students to stay organized using a file system, much like the My Documents folder that you're used to using on your desktop. We recommend students use the online version of Office 365 by going to office.com. However, students in the district can download the desktop version of Office 365 on up to 5 devices. To find out more about this program, go to www.stjohns.k12.fl.us/advantage. When logging into Office 365, you go to office.com and click Sign In. Your child will then use their Active Directory, which is their district email, in the format of their S number at stjohns.k12.fl.us and their password. This is what the Microsoft 365 home page looks like. You can see all of the apps available on the left side of the screen. There's the waffle icon in the top left corner, which is a great navigation tool. One of the apps students have access to is Outlook for their email. Students may receive email from teachers, but they may not receive email from people outside of our school network. Another application students have access to is Microsoft Word. To create a Word document, students will open Word from that waffle in office.com and choose New Blank Document. After they choose Blank Document, they can type their information, essay, or paper. By default, Microsoft will name the file for you. For example, this file has the name this file has the name document3. To keep files organized, your child needs to change the file name to something that represents the document. For example, if this student were typing an essay for their ELA class, they may name the document with their last name underscore ELA underscore period number. Being proactive with naming reduces frustration when searching for documents. To change the name of a document, click on the arrow next to the word saved in the top left of the corner of the screen and type the file name, and your file name will be updated. OneDrive is the cloud storage where files can be saved. Files that are saved in OneDrive can be accessed at school and at home as long as you're connected to the internet. For example, if your child begins an essay in class, they could save their work to OneDrive and then finish their essay in the Media Center or at home when they're signed into their district account using their Active Directory information. Accessibility tools are available across several Microsoft 365 apps. Many of these tools are available through Immersive Reader. To access these tools in Microsoft Word desktop version or the online version, click on the View tab and then click Immersive Reader. Immersive Reader will read the file aloud and allow students to adjust settings such as reading speed, line spacing, font, and background color. To translate documents into another language, click on the Review tab and then click Translate. You can translate a selection of the document or the whole document. Another accessibility feature is the Dictate tool. This tool allows students to use voice to type their text. To begin dictation, click the Home tab and then select Dictate. Check our Schoology for Families page often for updated information regarding accessibility tools. Families with multiple student accounts or personal or work Microsoft accounts on one computer will want to always remember to sign out. To sign out, click on the initials in the upper right corner and then click Sign Out. All right, are there any questions regarding Microsoft?
Let's see. We have one question about, I believe this is in reference to that Active Directory information. So do students need a Microsoft username to access Schoology? This goes back to that Active Directory information. Your student is given an S number, which is always their username, and a password that is specific to your child. If your child is in elementary or middle school, their password is assigned to them. If your child is in high school or is new to the district in high school at this point, they will be given a temporary password that they have to change. If they've been in the district, they will still have the same password that they've been using. Your child's teacher has your child's username and password. This username and password will be used for Schoology, Microsoft, They log into the computers at school using this information. They log into other applications throughout the district using that same S number and password. So that's what we call in our district their Active Directory information. And we utilize that so that students just have to remember that one username and password for all their accounts associated with St. Johns County School District. I'm just looking at the questions now to see if there's anything else. If you are signing into your hack account and you don't see the Schoology parent access code, if you've been in our district more than 1 week, you are most likely signing into your student's account. You will need to go back to your child's school, to the front office, call them. They'll tell you how to set up your own account. And you can explain to them that you have to set up a parent account so that you can access that Schoology parent access code. They'll help you get started and explain how to create that parent home access center account. I think I have addressed each one of the questions. Let me just make sure. I think we're good.
Hi, everyone. We're going to talk about Tech Talk. Tech Talk is a helpful resource provided by St. Johns County School Districts for all staff, students, and family. This is a resource to have a successful school year. To get to Tech Talk, you can simply go to tech-talk.com. The username is SJCSD, and the password is SJCSD. Just that simple. What is Tech Talk? Tech Talk is a database that will allow you and your child to have access to videos, articles, helpful resources on how to communicate and utilize technology to excel. The database provides information for all levels of users, from beginners and intermediates to advanced. So when you or your child struggles with how to use a PowerPoint or Excel spreadsheet, Tech Talk will have the step-by-step instructions for you to be successful, your family member to be successful, or your student to be successful, or your child to be successful. You have the capability to change the language on the website by simply clicking the drop-down and selecting the language you preferred along the top banner. Here is an example. Those that are new to Tech Talk have the capability to log in to the beginners page, and you will see short little videos with tips for users on how to search and use Tech Talk. Tech Talk will provide information on communication skills, leadership skills, tech advice, job skills, and technology for beginners and advanced.
If you need help with Schoology, just remember you're going to contact your child's teacher first, and you can always visit the Schoology for Families page. We have a lot of information on here, and we will have the recording of this video will be available on our Media Services YouTube channel. You can click this button to create your Schoology account, and you can create this button to log into Schoology. I did have one question about the web address to download the Microsoft 365 on devices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the stjohns.k12.fl.us website. And just waiting on the website to react. While we're waiting, let's see if there's any other questions in our form. All right, well, give me just 1 minute. That does not seem to be working for us, so. All right, here we go. Here's our St. Johns County School District website. You can see the families button here. If you go down to this online instructional resources, you'll find that information there. Or if you just click on the families button, it's going to take you to this page, and it has lots of information for you as a family member. You can go to the Schoology information for families page, or right over here on the left side of your screen, you can see get Microsoft Office 365 Pro Plus free. So this is where you would go to access that download for the Microsoft 365 accounts, and it has all the information here. So again, click on the Families button, and it's on the left side. If you scroll down where it says Student Technology Devices, it's going to be right there. Again, remember, if you need Schoology information, you're going to click on this Schoology Information for Families button, and it will take you to the Schoology for Families page. Here you'll find a bunch of different information that will help you to get started. Let me look. I have a couple questions here. Yes, the Tech Talk username and password. Let me just go back to that slide so I can show you what it looks like. The Tech Talk username and password is simple. They're both the same. It's going to be just the letters SJCSD for the username and SJCSD for the password. And the website is tech-talk.com. Let me check the form. We're going to check the form one more time to see if there are any other questions. But I think we've addressed everything all the questions that we had. So let me go back. All right. If you have any questions, go ahead and scan that. I'm just going to go over a quick review of what we talked about tonight. Make sure that you understand that your child's Active Directory information is what they're going to use to log into all St. Johns County School District programs and applications. That's their Schoology account, their Microsoft account, their Clever account. All of those things utilize their S number and password, which what we call Active Directory information. To get your parent hack account, you will want to go to your school's front office and ask them how you sign up for a parent hack account. Remember, hack stands for Home Access Center, and you will need your parent account. Once you log into your parent Home Access Center account, you will look for that registration button in the top right corner, and you will see the parent Schoology access code on that page. Once you have that parent access code, you can go to your Schoology.com, and it's going to take you to that Power School page, and you can click Register and then Parent. Then enter the access code. Once you enter the access code and click Continue, it will ask you for your personal information. Remember to write that down somewhere, or better yet, take a picture so you have it on your phone and can always refer to it. We here at the district do not have any access to your parent account. We can't see your password, so we are unable to help you with that. And Schoology really can't help you either. So please at least remember which email account you utilize to sign up for that account, so that you can go back and retrieve a password. Again, you'll go to the Families tab, and then you can access Schoology information here on Schoology Information for Families. And you can find those Microsoft 365 downloads at this on the left side of the screen where it says get Microsoft Office 365 Pro Plus free. Every student in our district can get that. You will need your student's S number at that time. All right. I do not see any other questions. So we will say thank you for your time this evening. It was a pleasure. And always remember to check back to that those instructional resources for parents page in the Families tab. That Families tab is for you. Those online instructional resources are very helpful here. This is a whole page that gives you links for everything here. Here's another way to get into the Office 365 area. And you can find your online textbooks here. You can get information about Hack here and Schoology. So always remember that Families tab and online instructional resources. Thank you for being here, and good night.